Yes, my Paxton people. What's going on? And welcome to Darius3k's The Lineup. Obviously, I'm your host, Darius3k, and today is the big one. It is the North London derby at the Emirates Stadium, unfortunately. But today I'm here to give you a lineup, my predicted lineup, what I think is going to go down. And you know what? Without further ado, make sure you subscribe to Paxton Road. 953 subscribers, I think we're on now. We're aiming for that 1K. We're going to hit that 1K, but we need your help. We need your amazing support. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let me know what you think the lineup should be. Let me know if you think I should have changed anything in the lineup. And we are going to get into it if I can find my lineup. Bear with me 2 seconds. Here it is. So, Arsenal. Now, form-wise, haven't been recently, have been better, but haven't been great. The start of the season, obviously, lost 3 games. Their first game was Brentford. They lost quite a bad result, I would say. I know that they lost to City as well, which was also a very bad result. And Chelsea as well, which, again, you would expect to lose. We won our first 3 games, scored. They didn't score. And then, obviously, the international break happened. And yeah, the less said about that, the better. So yeah, they seem to turn their form up. They've gone in, I think it was Norwich and then Burnley, won 1-0, not conceded. So they should be happy with that. Yeah, I think you Spurs fans know what our results have been like. Obviously, Crystal Palace, Rennes, and then Chelsea, and then Wolves as well, which was a decent result. So confidence-wise, I think these Arsenal boys are probably going to be more confident than us. But I hold confidence in my team. I still think we can get a result. And looking at the players that we've got and sort of the players coming back, I think we can threaten this Arsenal team. So this is Arsenal's team against Burnley. I'll show you this before I show you my team again. It was Ramsdale, Tomiyasu right back, White, Gabriel, Tierney as a back 4. Partey as a sole defensive midfielder, which I believe was then partnered with Odegaard and Smith were in front of him. And then Pepe, Saka and Aubameyang up front. So assuming that we go with this team, and this is what they might go with, because I don't think it's going to change that much from here, I'll bring back up my team. What I predict, I think will be the best sort of formation and position to go for. 4-2-3-1, I think. I've gone for it only because, you know, as much as I want to be confident in my team and I want to sort of think that we can dominate this game, it's at the Emirates, and we've only beat Arsenal at the Emirates in the league, I believe, twice in 28 years. The last time coming, I believe, was 2010. So let's not, you know, get overconfident. Let's not sort of bring that arrogance almost to this game. Let's remember that it is the Emirates, so we haven't got the best record there. And I've gone for the 4-3-3. So Lloris, I think, answers itself. Captain should be in. Galini had a great performance. Yeah, it was a little bit shaky with some of the goals. I think he could have stopped one of the Wolves goals in the cup, but, you know, important save in the penalty shootout, hit the bar, put him off, I would say. I'll give him the credit for that Cody miss. But yeah, Lloris in goal, Tanganga back from the red card. I think he's going to be important in this game. That Arsenal left side, whether that is, you know, Pepe and Tierney, Saka, Tierney, Smith Rowe, Tierney, it's going to be a dangerous left side, and you're going to need defensive solidity. And while Emerson, to say that his 2 games that he's come in have been decent, I think Crystal Palace and Chelsea, to get thrown almost in the deep end against Zaha, who's a very good left winger in the Premier League, and Chelsea, who's just an excellent team in general. I think he's done all right. So it's a bit harsh for Emerson, but Tanganga's solid. He's a big game player, and he's going to be important for this game. And this is where the first controversy, I guess, comes in: Sanchez or Dyer, or Romero or Dyer, or Romero or Sanchez. And it's a good issue to have. I'm definitely happy with this. I think for me, the reason I've gone for Sanchez and Dyer is because they're solid. They understand this derby. They understand the game. They've not conceded, this pair, in the Premier League, I believe, still. So why change something that's not broken? They've almost done a 180. Me personally, on Eric Dyer, I think Eric Dyer has been fantastic this season. I think he's very close to convincing me that he's turned a corner. Still have to see him do it over a longer period of time, but he seems to very much have improved, and also improves the players around him, which is sort of a marquee signing of a good centre back. So give Darius credit. Sanchez as well, give him his credit. And Romero as well seems to have fit in and done well despite the chaotic start to his Tottenham career. So, yeah, it's difficult to choose a partnership, but I've gone with those two. And then I think Reguilón answers himself. I think he's been very good. I don't think he's had very terrible games, and I don't think he's had very excellent games, but he's been solid. So Reguilón, I think, deserves to be in that left-back slot. Højbjerg and Skip, again, to some people may be too defensive, but this is a North London derby. This is at the Emirates. We can't be overconfident. We have to have a good shape. We have to build from the attack, build from maybe a deeper position. Just because Arsenal are going to try and choke us out, they're going to want to attack us at their home ground. So we're going to need some defensive solidity. And if they do play Odegaard and Smith Rowe in that sort of centre mid 4-3-3 role, then two defensive midfielders or two defensive minded midfielders is going to be essential. But regardless of that, this individual in front of them, Tanguy and Ndombele, I think is beyond important in this team. If we don't have him, there will be no sort of link between defense and attack or midfield and attack. And that's what we need in this game. If we're going to transition quickly, if we're going to counter attack, or we're going to sort of be a little bit more defensive minded, then Ndombele is going to have to break those lines. He's going to have to break that Arsenal press that they like to put on. And he's had two good games, in my opinion. I know the Wolves game was a sort of a bag of tricks almost. He was all over the place. He scored, and then he was responsible for the equalizer, and then he could have defended better as well. I understand that, but regardless of that, his attributes and what he brought to that team is better than anybody in that midfield, and it's more importantly, it shows attacking intent. So I'm going to say Ndombele deserves to be in that role, gives him more of a free role, allows him to be more attacking, and I think you'll probably see the best out of him in this role behind the Højbjerg and Skip. Again, you could put Ali in there, but I just don't think Ali's creative enough for this team when you've got Højbjerg and Skip. I think Ali will be better maybe with Højbjerg as a sole defensive midfielder, but I want to see both of these guys play. So unfortunately, Ali does miss out. And then going into the front three, Bergwijn's out, so not going to get into this team. Mora I'm hearing back available to play, so I've put him on my bench, I guess. My 4 players that basically could get into the team still, but I've gone for Bryan Hill, and that's solely because he's not had a bad performance since I've seen him join Tottenham. I think he's worked hard. I think he's played excellent. I think he's put in important passes. He's been creative. He's been tenacious. He's been very, very good. And throw him into this game and let's see what he can do. I think he's gonna swim. I think he'll be fine. I think he's genuinely a wonder kid, and you have to see how these players play in the big games, and what better and what bigger game than the North London derby. Where he plays is the difficult one. If, like I said, Ndombele does start and Son does start and Kane does start, which is to me obvious, then the right wing seems the only position. I want to see going forward in the future a lot more of Bryan Hill down the middle. I think having more of a free role, being more creative, as we saw what Lucas did last season in that number 10 when Mourinho played him there. You don't know where he's going to go. He almost doesn't know himself where he's going to go, and having that sort of creativity in that middle and being able to go each way and press and also create and also have a slight goal threat as well, because he's got a good shot on him. I think Bryan Hill will sort of transition into that number 10 role a lot easier and a lot quicker than we think. But on the right, Bryan Hill working hard, Kane up front. You know what he does. 11 goals in the North London derby. The only player to score more, I believe, is Wayne Rooney on 12. Most in the North London derby. And then obviously Wayne Rooney only more to score against Arsenal was 12. So he's gonna bag. If we get a penalty, he's gonna score. Hopefully he stays more forward, doesn't drop in. I've got Ndombele there to do the creative aspect of our work. So Kane, stay on the last man, bully Ben White, and you should be okay. And then Son speaks for himself. I personally think Son's the main man. If Son's fit, Son starts. That's how it should be. Kane, however, I still think has to sort of prove a lot to the fans and see how he can improve his season and sort of get his season started, to be fair. But as we all know as Spurs fans, he is a bit of a slow starter in the season. Just going to go through some comments before I show you what my lineup is, because I do want to show you my lineup really quickly. But shout out to Kuva99, spot up with a team selection. Bring Lucas on and start when he started getting leggy. That's exactly what I said on Matt Hayes' channel just recently. Bryan Hill, if anything happens, if he's not playing well, you've got Lucas to come on. He will make a difference as well. So I 100% agree with that, Kuva. Yes, Darius, more content. Yes, Cody, Mac, always there for my content. I love it. Thank you so much. Kuva, yeah. We will need to drag them through the trenches, hoping some unity is building within the team through the win midweek. Chelsea win in the League Cup spot's good one. Yeah, no, that's so true. And also you saw that the players sort of celebrated with each other, and like you said, there was some unity in there, and Galini and the joy for Galini and Hill scoring the penalty, and just obviously getting through to the next round. Obviously, we took the lead in that game, and we probably should have won a little bit more convincingly. But I 100% agree with you there, Cody. I think that will push us on now, and then this even more so. If we win this game, will be even more of a motivation boost going into the future. Because again, I think those 2-3-0s have a lot of circumstances and maybe even excuses, you can say, to why we lost those 3-0 games. So there's still a lot more to be positive about. More from Cody. So far, when Skip and PH have been together, Skip's been deeper line CDM. I'd like to see that swap, so PH is deeper and Skip has more opportunity to progress the ball. That's very true. I've noticed that as well. Højbjerg seems to be doing a lot more of his Southampton role when we are in possession, and Skip is a sole DM. The only issue with Skip is more his mobility. I think that he can dribble past players, and he can almost ghost past players quite a lot, but his pace is not the best. And I think that's the only issue with sort of seeing Skip in that box to box role. Is I don't question his stamina, and I don't question his work ethic or defensive quality. It's just sort of that burst of pace, that sprint. It's not as fast, and I think Højbjerg does have that a little bit more. So no, I would like to see that. I also would like to see Skip and Højbjerg sort of both of them being a little bit more attacking, just sort of almost choking teams out, being both past the halfway line, even or higher up, trying to win the ball higher up and sort of transition quicker and higher up the pitch. It would allow us to not basically expend as much energy. So, great comment there, Cody. Shout out to John. What we need is balls. I'm sick of turning up to this scum and showing nothing. You know what? To be fair, I think that Arsenal game where we lost 2-1 was a difficult one to swallow. Lacazette and Odegaard obviously scoring, but I look back to that game against Arsenal at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last season, and Son and Kane and us sort of working really, really hard on the counter and being defensively solid that game, because Arsenal were sort of piling on the crosses a lot. I remember in that game when we took the lead. So I think that you will see it. I think you will see the as Troy Deeney says, the cojones, and I think we'll probably fight a lot more knowing that we're a fitter team as well, that we're healthier, that we can actually go the distance as well. Nuno seems to have made fitness a very important factor or part of his regime. So I think you'll see a lot more inherent fighting just because we are a fitter and healthier team. Shout out Cody. I pray Dele has dropped. That's your 11 as well. You know what? I think that's more my predicted 11. Let me get up my actual 11. I think you guys are going to know the formation I've chosen, because I'm a big advocate of this formation. I think that this formation ticks every box, and I'm going to keep screaming this, guys, and I hope everybody in this video and watching this video is going to scream it with me. This formation, I think, answers all the questions, and I don't know why people are against the 3 at the back when our sort of marquee centre-back signing this season has only played a 3 at the back his whole career. And it just allows us an extra man to be sort of more solid in this game, because we can't deny the fact that Arsenal, again, at the Emirates, we've only won twice in 28 years. That, as much as you want to sort of bash on Arsenal, and we all do that, and they deserve it because they're Arsenal, they're trash, but that is a record that isn't great. And sometimes going into the game with a little bit more respect and sort of a little bit more wariness may help us out. So I've gone for this. I haven't really changed it from what I said last week on the lineup against Chelsea. Sanchez, Romero and Dyer. Maybe I swap Rodon out for that one. Those 3 guys I think are solid. Even if, again, you don't like that 3 at the back. Romero is a very aggressive centre-back. He's going to push forward, and that's why I've sort of put him more forward in that formation, because he's going to be that sweeper, but almost the reverse sweeper, because normally the player or the centre back in the middle would be dropping off, but he's going to be the interceptor. So if he's stepping into midfield to intercept the balls, then it's almost a 4-4-2 diamond. So it looks like it to me. So I think that Romero doing that job allows us to have an extra body in midfield almost, and then allows him to also drop into that centre back and have 3. You still have Højbjerg and Skip as a double pivot, so there's still another line of defence with those 2. You have 2 fullbacks in Emerson and Reguilon who can go forward and defend quite well. So there's solidity to help you there. And then, in my opinion, those 3 strikers up front, or those 3 attackers up front, are capable enough to create enough between them to sort of sacrifice a midfielder or sacrifice an attacking player for that additional defensive player. And I think that, again, Kuva, great point. Just as I was about to say, is you're freeing the wing backs and allowing them to push forward. that three at the back will work. Emerson partnering sort of Kane, Son and Reguilon as a partnership overlapping. You've got Skip and Højbjerg to cover their positions if they do get stranded and sort of maybe can't work back as much. You do have that that ability to cover with those two defensive midfielders. So yeah, that would be my formation. But yeah, going back and looking at the 4-3-3 almost, it is probably what you're going to see, and this is the formation you're probably going to see more, I think. But regardless of that, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section who should come out, what formation we should play, what you think we should play, and sort of how much respect you think we should show Arsenal, because I think a lot of you guys will probably not want to show Arsenal as much respect as you think. But here, Cody says, yeah, agreed with the first 11. That's what I'd predict. But actually, absolutely think that three at the back needs to be given a try. Three centre-backs plays. Yeah, exactly. A cavalier nature. 100% agree with you there. And like you said, also, if you think back to the Poch era, we were transitioning formations mid-game because we had the players to do that. I mean, we were going from 3-4-2-1s to 4-2-3-1s quite easily mid-game. So there's the opportunity to do that as well if that is coached and that's what Nuno wants. But yeah, no, guys, please let me know in the comment section what you think the formation should be, what you think of my formation, and what you think the score is going to be. I'll give you my formation and I'll give you my prediction for the score. I said 2-2, but you know what Derby Day's like. You know what it gets on the day. You get excited. I'm hyped for this match. I'm now going to go 2-1 Tottenham, Kane penalty, Tomiyasu own goal just so he scores for Tottenham, and then you'll probably see Aubameyang score because he does like to score against us. But let me know, guys, what you think. Please please subscribe, and make sure you enjoy every single and watch every single Paxton Road TV video. We're gonna have a post-match reaction, I think about 6:30 tonight. You'll probably see us, you'll see Sam, you'll see Sid, you'll see Mike, you'll see everyone. So yeah, make sure you catch Judge Jody as well on the Mondays following as well. So we've got lots of content for you, and we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share that with everyone, make everyone a part of the Paxton people, and we can really hit that 1,000 goal and give you even more content. But make sure you enjoy the game, and peace out, guys. Thank you.